Don't worry about it. So we are live. We are live. It is second cup of coffee. So maybe we should switch sides today.
Oh, really?
We switch sides.
Okay.
Now you're not covered up by the subscribe button on that part right there.
This is so strange.
Strange. Why strange?
I don't know. This is
what do we do? Is it like where we have to stay on that side because that's
how we stand. That's how we sleep. That's how
we've met as a couple. We've always stayed on this one side, and now on that front.
It's like it's you.
It's a new couple. Hi. Who are you?
Hi. Hey,
wow.
It's like a cup of coffee.
Well, we might find
Pili.
something. And I'm Jason.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. So we are here. It is 3 steps to life-changing advice here on Second Cup of Coffee. And you know, if you've been here with us for enough, you really know that we're always pushing to just find ways to improve ourselves and the steps we've done to improve ourselves daily, right? And one of the things here, and this is going to sound silly, but on that front, I think we have to do it because why not? And if you heard us long enough, we're constantly talking about how we're using our day to just find our best selves. And it's been a learning process. It really has. We fail constantly. And that's part of the process is that you have to fail to understand. And maybe if I just fail on putting the mic right in front of myself, but you have to fail constantly to learn on how you can improve, how you can learn better questions and just continue to carry yourself forward. But we can't be fearful of that failure. We have to embrace it, right? So I spoke to Mike Sirocco yesterday, and he talked about looking at those setbacks as rocket fuel because they propel you forward. But you have to have that. You have to hear those things that maybe aren't the best thing to hear. You have to hear what's not ideal at the moment to know that, okay, I don't want that anymore. So this is what I'm going to go after. Well, what we have for you guys here, and we super appreciate all you out there, is that we have this book. That it is. It's How to Master a Fit Rich Life in 15 Days. And when you see that, we are authors, which is awesome, but it's tactical advice for fulfilling life. It's really, you want to create your comeback story, this is the book. If you're not where you want to be in your life, you need to read this because this is steps you can take daily. And within 15 days, set yourself on a new track to get where you want to go. And
15 days. If you follow the steps in this book, you will up-level your life.
Now, here's the one thing. It's not out yet. This is it. But it will be, and you're going to have to go to fitrichlife.com. That's where you're going to find it. So parlay that for a moment. Know it's there, but we can't wait to bring it to you. Can't wait to get out there for it right now. So we're going to be here today. Topic of the day. And yes, there he is. James Burt Official right there. Awesome. If you are in the UK, you probably know him. He's the podcast king. But if you haven't, quote unquote, heard of him and you are looking to start a podcast, look up James Burt Official. Him and I just got in a call and he just brought it. I wrote notes and I thought I'd have enough of a page and I started scribbling circles right now. So I look like this weird picture where I just have notes on this part that only I can really go in there and dissect. So I'd love to give it to somebody else to decode right there, but it's my magical formula of the notes because the notes kept coming because there was so much awesome information. So if you are looking to get out your show, you have a podcast that maybe you're just not finding it, go to James Burt. He's got you all set up.
So 3 bits of advice?
3 bits of advice for life-changing advice.
So first, and this is jumping on what you were saying about James, find those people who are doing it better than you. I don't care if you are at the tippity top, there's going to be someone you want to be their friend. You want to give them money. You want to give them your time. You want to give them just a please and a thank you, but get them on your team. And when I mean team, you need those mentors, those people that can guide you, that can push you forward, that can tell you when you're doing it wrong and also when you're doing it right, to give you that guidance that you need to take your life to the next level. For instance, coming up in October, it is October. Coming up later this month is Flip Hacking Live. These are the people that up-leveled our lives, and we want to make sure that you get your life up-leveled too. So check them out, www.fliphackinglive.com. Enter JP, and we will pay them to teach you what they do. We'll pay them $100. You'll get $100 off of your ticket. Go there now.
One of the biggest things we got from there is that we were able to give ourselves permission to do. And so many times we get stuck because we feel we're not worthy to take action, or we just look at the big thing, right? So I want to lose 30 pounds. It's just too much. I want to make $1 million. It's just too much. It's too far. But we forget it's just that first step, that first actionable step that's important. It's that first thing you need to do. That starts the journey. When we look at it, oh, I want to build a $100 million company. Well, it's so gigantic, our mind can't conceptualize it, so we just stop. We never get started. But instead, if we just said, okay, what is concisely going to be the purpose of this company? What is going to be the first actionable step I need to take today that can get me there? It could be as simple as literally writing down my mission statement. It could be as simple as figuring out the idea that I want to push forward. But if I think about, I want to do this big, grandiose thing, I'll never get started because it's too scary for me. Don't let success keep you on a sideline. Everybody says it's fear stopping you, but it's not. If you think about it, we had a conversation with one of the guys yesterday, and he kept trying to figure out if the way it could be fear, but it was not. It was success. It was success stopping because he was trying to do all these things, and what was happening was doing nothing. And it wasn't for lack of wanting to. It was he had put so much in his mind that he had accomplished. And if he didn't accomplish all this, well, it wasn't going to be a success, right? So what had happened is it was so many things to do that didn't do anything. He did nothing because it was just too much to do. When we broke it down, okay, you got 23 things in your plate. Do we have to do all these right now? And we got the 3 things, 3 actionable things that he's going to do over the next 3 weeks. That's going to allow him to take action, build winning habits, carry forward where he needs to go, and create that next step along the journey to get him to this big, grandiose goal.
So number 2, basically build systems to get to your goals. I know we all have these grandiose goals, these dreams that we have, but you got to get it down on paper and you have to break it down. Something else that I got from Becca Shea over at Flip Hacking Live and 7-Figure Flipping is the 12-week year. She introduced me to this book that basically breaks down goals to their very, very significant actionable steps. You take these actionable steps for the next 12 weeks and you should be able to hit your goal, and it's all marked down. You tell yourself when you did something, how you did it, if you did it well, and what percentage you did it at. So you can see if you get to your goals, but you need to systematize. And this is coming from somebody like, if you'd asked me 5 years ago what systems were, I would be like, I don't know. These are things that I learned, and this is another way that Jason and I have prospered.
Number 3 is you have to find the right conversation in your head. And so many times we're our biggest doubters, and we're our biggest negative part. And our mind, what we're saying to ourselves is actually stopping us, right? You have to shut off all the outside noise, because people may be trying to protect you and not tell you what you want to hear, but they may think they're telling you what you want to hear from doing it. But in so many times, we're telling ourselves the story of why we can't do it, why we're not worthy, why we won't make it there. You have 30 to 40,000 thoughts a day, of which 80% of them are the same. And it's going to be that you're going to now tell yourself daily, I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough, I can't do this, I won't do this, I will do this. But change the narrative. If you can change, I want to, how can I? If you can change, I'm not sure about myself, what can I learn from this? How will I, what will I need to do here? Change the narrative. Everything starts with that change. I don't have enough time. I have all the time I need. I can't find time with my kids. Every moment my kids helps me be a better person here. Use it to your advantage to change your language. No longer are you a victim. You are the one who's in charge, control of your attitude, of your mind, of your body, of your soul. Choose happiness, choose positivity. Just choose that, even if there's a very slim amount of it. Focus on that. Put the focus there. Next day, you may just have a little bit more. Next day, you might just have a little bit more because it's there and you recognize it instead of just trying to push everything to the negative.
And this circles back around to what we were saying in the beginning, find those that will bring your life up. If you can't, and I know you can, but if you can't get yourself out of that mindset, then find those and surround yourself with those people that can, that will uplift you. If you surround yourself with negative people, negative news, negative content, guess what, sweetie? You are going to be pulled down. Do those things to pull yourself up. Do those things to take yourself out of the hole. Do those things. And if you're in a good place, do those things that'll take you even higher. You can do this. And these awesome 3 steps that just kind of circle around.
That's an awesome day.
That is an awesome day.
Wow.
Did you guys think that was awesome?
And we made it through. They're doing work in the street. We made it through about 10 minutes of no kids yelling, no work in the street. Wow. We probably ended here because that's where we're at.
See, we should stand like this more often.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so. We changed it up. We changed the narrative. We're standing in very, very different spots, and all of a sudden, like, boom.
Remember,
it's all good.
Different spots, same message. It carries through. We will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much. And we actually didn't bring us in.
Oh,
but we might as well take us out because we were so excited.